Hey y'all, Nova here. The BattleBit devs recently released a report on how early access has been progressing and then also their future plans. I'm sure they're really glad on the player counts. They didn't really say anything about it, but player counts have been insane. They got up to 80,000. They've been staying strong, trending down a tiny bit, but I'm sure it'll even level out at a pretty consistent player base as long as they continue with the updates and all. But basically they said that their first week was pretty smooth. They didn't have too many server issues, which was true. Their servers didn't go down. I was very much impressed. It started gradually though. They started at 40,000 players and it slowly went up each day as people found out how amazing this game was. So that was great. I was really glad that they were prepared. A lot of AAA games don't buy enough servers and they just go down and they don't care. So I'm glad that they were prepared for this. They did say they received a significant number of DDoS attacks on all their servers continuously. They said even some of them were literally a day long. However, apparently they were prepared beforehand because they had a good firewall. But basically this is part of what was causing packet losses. I think maybe when you were shooting and your shots didn't hit people. I'm not exactly sure, but the firewall caused sporadic packet losses, as they said. And then basically they were able to focus on quality of life improvements, new content, and bug fixes, such as they brought in the new map, Namak, I don't know how you say that, but basically they brought in the new map, etc. And they did release some bug fixes as well. Then they said that the second week, a determined group of individuals who had previously failed to take down their servers apparently found a weak point in their firewall and started attacking any server they wanted. And they also apparently used this to target specific content creators covering the game as well. So that really sucks. I didn't actually notice any of this happening, but I'm sure it did. And that obviously, I don't know why people do this. I mean, it's such a scummy thing to do to DDoS, especially like an indie game. I mean, I understand if you hate big companies, but these are 3 developers. I mean, come on, man. That's just an awful thing, despicable. So that sucks. Anyways, apparently these are part of what caused the server problems in the second week. People waiting in queue, and it affected their development. They were more forced to focus on protecting their servers than they said, yeah, collecting attack data, analyzing it, and they were trying to find a fix for the flaw in their firewall. This sucks because you want them developing the game, not trying to figure out how to stop stuff like this. So basically they found a fix though. But they didn't make a public statement about it because they didn't want to alert other people who had failed to take down their servers before that there was a flaw in their firewall. But they said that when they released this, they patched the firewall the day before, which is good. So hopefully they'll be able to work more on content. There shouldn't be as many server issues. People shouldn't be stuck in queue, stuff like that. And they have future plans to continue to fix bugs and also add more quality of life improvements. Hopefully they change around the support class a little bit. Really think that they could make it so that you know when people's ammo is low, as I said in previous videos, and so you can fill up on their ammo. And then they also said that they're going to recruit a team that specializes in detecting cheats and weeding out possible cheaters. As I've said before, this is extremely important especially for a game like this. They have to get a team like that, and that is great that they have that on their future plans. I hope they get on that right away and just try to get the best of the best if they can afford them. And they also said that they have other long-term plans for non-rage cheaters, but we'll announce them later on, so I wonder what that'll be. Different developers along the way have come up with really creative ways of dealing with non-rage cheaters. They said that they're going to add new weapons, gadgets, maps, and remake existing maps. They'll introduce new game modes outside of Conquest, which is great. It gets tiring sometimes. I really enjoy Rush. I think it's one of my favorite game modes for sure. And then they said that they're going to also start introducing community servers with dedicated game modes, maps, and tweak game modes rules based on the admin's preference. I'm thinking that I'll definitely maybe get my own server, and maybe, I can invite either channel members or just, people who hang out with my live streams, and we can all just play just as us. We could have like smaller games. Some people have been asking about, like a more CSGO or Valorant style where it's like a 5v5, 6v6 and spawn planning, stuff like that. That could be really fun, like where you only have one life, stuff like that. They also said that every Saturday they'll have a weekly development talk at around, I think 9 a.m. CST was my time, so 9 a.m. CST. They'll discuss what happened that week, address any issues, changes, and potentially talk about necessary changes for the next week. This is awesome. I haven't gotten a chance to listen to the one that they released this morning, but I definitely will when I get a chance, and if I need to make a video over that, I will. I'm just making a video over their announcement right now. And then they also released a couple of screenshots for a rework of Multi-Islands, which is another thing they're planning to make live in the future. But yeah, the weekly development talks, that's amazing. I love it when developers are open and honest with their players, and I think these devs have been nothing but that. Yeah. So they've been wonderful, and it's great to hear that they're going to continue to do that, give updates. I'm sure they'll interact with chat as well, so that's great to hear. Honestly, I'm loving BattleBit. I'm so glad. I'll try to do news videos whenever they have updates that I think are relatively important. I know it's slightly different than my normal guide content. I honestly don't know how the YouTube algorithm is going to like it, but we'll see. I'll give it a try and hopefully it does well. You know, I know people like hearing the news, so make it short and sweet though. I'll get to the points, give my thoughts on them, and not make it go on too long. So anyways, guys, if you found this video helpful, please consider leaving a like, subscribing, commenting, whatever you want. Let me know what you think of the update that they put out. I can't believe people are DDoSing them. I mean, I can't, but that sucks. Scummy people. And anyways, yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, y'all.